Remember that match between India and Pakistan, where Anil Kumble took all 10 wickets, leading India to victory? So, did we say Anil Kumble has won the match, or did we say Team India has won the match? Of course, it is Team India who had won the match, even if all the wickets were taken by Anil Kumble. This is because all the 11 Indian players on the ground were acting as a team. They all had the common intention and objective, which is winning against Pakistan. Each player had contributed in its own way. Someone might have batted better, someone might have fielded better, someone might have bowled better. So, it would not be right to say that the Team India won only because of Anil Kumble. It was a collective win. Similarly, if the team loses, all team members have to take the responsibility and not just one player. The same logic is applied under Section 34 of the Indian Penal Code. Section 34 talks about the joint liability, where a criminal act is done by several persons in furtherance of common intention. Section 34 says, if 2 or more persons intentionally commit any criminal act jointly, it is just same as if each of them had done it individually. For example, 5 men barged into a house to kill the owner of the house. All 5 had the intention to kill the owner of the house. 3 men stayed outside the house, so that no one can come inside the house to save the owner of the house. The 4th man hits the owner of the house with a stick, and the 5th man eventually shoots the owner with his pistol. The owner dies on the spot. Now, in this case, though the owner was shot by the 5th man, all other 4 men are also equally guilty of murder together with the 5th man. Other men cannot take the defense that they did not shoot the owner, so they cannot be charged for murder. It is enough that they all went with the intention of killing the owner to hold them guilty. Take another example. 3 men planned to loot a bank. 2 men went inside the bank and looted the bank on gunpoint, while the 3rd man waited for them in the car. After looting, the 2 men got into the car and the 3rd man drove off the car to help them escape. Here, the 3rd person is as much guilty as the other 2, even though he did not enter the bank. So, according to Section 34, where several persons go with a common intention to execute a common objective, then each such person is responsible for the act. All such persons will be guilty of the offense and not just abatement only. The logic behind holding everyone equally guilty under Section 34 is that in such cases, it is very difficult to prove exactly how much each person contributed to the crime. Another reason to hold everyone guilty is that the presence of an accomplice or accomplices gives encouragement, support, protection, and confidence to the person actually committing the crime. To hold a person or persons jointly liable under Section 34, 3 conditions needs to be satisfied. First, the act should be done by several persons. Obviously, there needs to be more than one person to fix the joint liability. Second, there needs to be common intention between the persons committing the act. Some sort of conspiracy or prearranged plan to commit the act. For example, A, B and C planned to beat X with sticks. However, during the course of beating, B, who had previous enmity with X, stabs X with a knife. X dies on the spot. Here, B will be charged with murder, but A and C will be charged with the offense of simple hurt. This is because there is no common intention here. Common intention was only to beat up X. But, during the commission of the act, B kills X, which was not the common intention of A, B and C. It is also important to note that the common intention may not always be pre-planned and develop on the spot. For example, A and B went to the house of C to beat him. But, during the beating, the matter went out of hand, and A shouted to B to kill C, upon which B kills C with a pistol. Here, the initial plan was only to assault C, but then the common intention changed on the spot from assaulting to killing C. Here, both A and B will be held guilty for murder. Further, it is important to note that to constitute common intention, it is necessary that the intention is known to all other persons and be shared with them. Now, the third condition for the applicability of Section 34 is participation. The person sought to be held liable should have participated in some manner in the criminal act for Section 34 to apply. It is not necessary that all persons should act in the same way. It is enough that they do something in furtherance of their common intention. For example, several persons having common intention to kill someone may act differently. Someone may guard the door, someone may prevent others from saving the man, and someone may actually be killing that man. But all such acts amount to participation in the criminal act, which is sufficient to hold each one equally guilty of the crime. Hope Section 34 is clear to you all.